Hello dear students, I am Dr. Murlidhar Betallu, working as a chemistry teacher in Ferguson College. Today we are going to start chapter number 15, that is Introduction to Polymer Chemistry. In this chapter, we are going to study some important terms regarding polymers, classification of polymers, preparation methods of polymers, properties and uses of polymers. So let us start with PowerPoint presentation. So chapter number 15, Introduction to Polymer Chemistry. Dear students, I have shown here some different things of polymers. So drinking bottles, toys, nylon ropes, this is telephone material, rubber bands, cooking pans, clothes we wear different, and these are the containers. In this chapter, what you will study here, the different terms like monomer, polymer and polymerization process. Also you will study various classification of polymers and different types of the formation of polymers from mono and bifunctional monomer molecules. Also you will study the preparation of some important synthetic polymers and their properties and uses. Also you will study some biodegradable polymers. So let us start with introduction part. The term polymer originates from Greek word, that is poly means many and mer means part of unit. Now what is monomers? The repeating structural units are derived from some simple and reactive molecules known as monomers. In organic chemistry, some small compounds are there which can bind with each other to form a long monomer. So that small units are known as monomers. Then what is polymerization? The process of formation of polymers from respective monomers is called polymerization. These monomers binds with each other to form a long chain of polymer. That process is known as polymerization. Now what is polymer? Polymers are complex giant macromolecules having high molecular mass, that is 10 raised to 3 to 10 raised to 7 units, which are formed by joining of repeating structural units on a large scale. In the field of polymers, both inorganic as well as organic polymers are known. In this chapter, we are going to study some aspects of organic polymers. All of you know some organic biopolymers like carbohydrates, proteins, nucleic acids, which plays crucial role in living world. All these polymers you will study in the chapter biomolecules. So in this chapter, you will study mainly man-made organic polymers with reference to aspects such as types, preparation and their applications. So let us start with first classification of polymers. Dear students, these polymers are classified on the basis of different factors. These different factors are shown here. So first, polymers are classified depending or based on source, that is from which that polymers are obtained. Secondly, polymers are also classified based on structure of polymer, that is depending upon the structure of monomers. These polymers are also classified based on mode of polymerization because different types of polymerization processes are there. Polymers are also classified based on intermolecular forces. There are different types of forces of attraction between two molecules, and therefore polymers are also classified on the basis of intermolecular forces. These polymers are also classified on the basis of type of monomers because there are different types of monomers. If polymer is made up of same, then it is known as homopolymer, and if the polymers are made up of different monomers, then they are known as copolymers. Lastly, polymers are also classified on the basis of biodegradability, whether that polymer is biodegradable or non-biodegradable. So let us see one by one. First classification, which is based on source or origin. So these polymers are further classified as natural polymers. That means whether they are obtained from plant or animal. So plant polymer means these polymers are obtained from plants. Example, cotton, linen which is obtained from flax, natural polymer which is obtained from rubber tree, and jute is also the best example of plant polymer. Now animal polymers means these polymers are obtained from animals. The best example, silk from silkworm and wool from sheep. Secondly, these polymers are also classified as synthetic polymer. Synthetic means man-made and obtained from chemical compounds. For example, nylon, terylene, neoprene, bakelite, all these are synthetic polymer. Then semi-synthetic polymers, these are derived from natural polymers by some chemical treatment. That means natural polymers, their properties are improved by some chemical treatment and therefore they are known as semi-synthetic polymers. They are also known as regenerated fibers. Examples are cellulose acetate rayon, cellulose nitrate, viscose rayon, cupra ammonium rayon. These are the different examples of semi-synthetic polymers. Next classification, depending upon structure of polymers. The nature of linking the monomers depends upon the nature and number of functional groups in them, and therefore polymers are further classified as linear polymer, branched polymer, and cross-linked or network polymer. So let us see first what is linear polymer. These are straight chain polymers. Monomers are joined together in a linear arrangement, and these are obtained from bifunctional monomers or alkenes. For example, PVC, that is polyvinyl chloride, high density polythene, that is HDP, are linear polymers. Now branched polymers, these are given by monomers having 3 functional groups or having side chain. Best examples are polypropylene, low density polythene, or they are also known as LDP. Now cross-linked or network polymer means cross-linking is obtained by polyfunctional monomers. For example, bakelite, urea formaldehyde, melamine, vulcanized rubber, these are the best examples of cross-linked or network polymers. Then polymers are also classified depending upon mode of polymerization. 3 modes of polymerization according to the types of reactions taking place between the monomers. That is addition polymerization, for example, polythene, polypropene, these are also known as chain growth polymerization. Condensation polymerization, which is also known as step growth polymerization. Ring opening polymerization, for example, nylon 6 from epsilon caprolactam. Let us see one by one. First, addition polymerization. It is a process of formation of polymer by addition of monomers without loss of any small molecule. Repeating units has same chemical composition as that of original monomer. Monomers containing double bond undergo addition polymerization. Since majority of monomers are from vinyl category, they are also referred as vinyl polymerization. The best example is vinyl chloride or chloroethene, that is IUPAC name. Then vinyl cyanide is also the best example. Formation of polythene is well-known example of this category. It produces high molecular mass polymeric materials without any intermediate. Addition polymerization is also called chain reaction, takes place by free radical mechanism, which involves three distinct steps as follows. So step 1 is chain initiation reaction. Chain reaction is initiated by formation of free radical for which catalyst like benzoyl peroxide, acetyl peroxide generates methyl free radicals. So example is given here, acetyl free radical. When this acetyl free radical, when this bond is broken here, then it gives this free radical, and then on loss of carbon dioxide, it gives methyl free radical. Okay, so consider this free radical, that is R, is formed which attaches to the olefin, that is the compound containing double bond, or vinyl monomer, and a new radical is formed. So here when this free radical is added to vinyl monomer having double bond, then it gives a new free radical. So in this way, in this first step, free radical is formed. Then step 2, which is chain propagation. New radical formed in the first step reacts with another vinyl monomer to give another still bigger sized radical, which in turn reacts with another monomer molecule. This repetition takes place very rapidly and called chain propagation. So here this free radical which is formed in first step again combines with the vinyl compound and it gives a bigger molecule. It is a rapid step giving high molecular mass radical. Third step is chain termination step. At some stage, growing chain should be terminated, should be stopped, which can be carried out by several processes. One mode of this termination is by combination of two growing chain radicals. So here, two free chain radicals are combined with each other, and then there is a formation of one bond between these two chain radicals, and it gives a final product, and in this way here chain is terminated and reaction is stopped. Now condensation polymerization. Consider formation of terylene polyester polymer from ethylene glycol and terephthalic acid. So here these are the monomers of formation of terylene, ethylene glycol and terephthalic acid, correct? So here when OH molecule, OH group from ethylene glycol combines with hydrogen from terephthalic acid and water is eliminated. So it gives this terylene or Dacron polymer which contain these ester linkages. So this is a condensation polymerization. In this reaction, alcoholic OH from ethylene glycol condenses with carboxyl group in terephthalic acid by eliminating water molecule to form ester linkage. Such a polymerization in which small molecules like water, HCl, methyl alcohol and ammonia are eliminated is called condensation polymerization. Here chain growth occurs by series of condensation steps, hence referred as step growth polymerization. Now next is ring opening polymerization. Cyclic compounds like lactams, cyclic ethers, lactones, etc. gets polymerized by ring opening polymerization. Strong acid or base catalyze this reaction. For example, here the reaction for the polymerization of epsilon caprolactam to form nylon 6 is given. Here this compound is epsilon caprolactam, correct? Why it is known as epsilon caprolactam? Because if this carbon is alpha, beta, gamma, delta and epsilon. Okay, so this NH group is present on epsilon carbon atom and therefore this compound is known as epsilon caprolactam. When this epsilon caprolactam is heated at high temperature, then in presence of H2O, then this nylon 6 is obtained which contain carbonyl group and NH group. Here also elemental composition of repeating unit in polymer is same as that of monomer. Ring opening polymerization proceeds by addition of single monomer unit to the growing chain molecules. In this sense, it is also a step growth polymerization similar to condensation polymerization. So in this way, this type of polymer is formed by ring opening like epsilon caprolactam. Now, classification which is based on intermolecular forces. Mechanical properties of polymers such as tensile strength, toughness, elasticity differ widely depending upon intermolecular forces, that is force of attraction between two molecules of monomer. So on this basis, these polymers are further classified as elastomers, fibers, thermoplastic and thermosetting polymers. Let us see one by one. First, elastomers. They have weak van der Waals forces of attraction which permit the polymer to be stretched. For example, vulcanized rubber, neoprene, Buna S and Buna N, these are the best examples of polymer elastomers. Here I have shown the rubber bands which are having the property they can be stretched, and this stretching of rubber band is only due to the weak van der Waals force of attraction between two molecules. Now fibers. Due to strong intermolecular forces like hydrogen bonding and strong dipole-dipole forces, they possess high tensile strength and have resistance to be breaking under tension. For example, polyamides, that is nylon 6,6, polyesters, that is terylene. So I have shown here picture of nylon ropes are the fibers category polymer. So here you to remember what type of force of attraction is there in these fibers. It is hydrogen bonding and strong dipole-dipole forces. Correct? Okay. Next is thermoplastic polymer. They possess moderately strong intermolecular forces that are intermediate between elastomers and fibers. The best example, polythene and polystyrene polymer. So here I have shown the example, that is the plastic bottles which we use for drinking water. So in this way, this is the thermoplastic polymer. Now last is thermosetting polymer. They are rigid polymers and they get hardened while hot. Once hardened, they cannot be softened on heating, hence they cannot be remolded. The best examples are bakelite, urea formaldehyde resins, melamine formaldehyde. So I have shown here one picture of telephone which is the bakelite polymer material. So in this way here polymers are classified on the basis of intermolecular forces. Here you to remember in the polymer which type of force of attraction is there. Next is classification which is based on type of monomers. I told you polymers are obtained from monomers. So a polymer contains same monomer, then it is known as homopolymer, and if polymer is obtained from the different monomers, then they are known as copolymer. Hence, they are further classified as homopolymer and copolymer. That is, they are formed from single monomer and they have only one type of repeating units. Here some examples I have shown. Name of polymer and in bracket in red, monomer of that particular polymer is given. First, polythene, which is obtained from ethene, polystyrene, which is obtained from styrene, polypropylene, which is obtained from propylene, polyacrylonitrile, that is obtained from acrylonitrile, which is also known as vinyl cyanide, and polytetrafluoroethylene PTFE, which is obtained from single monomer, that is tetrafluoroethylene, which is fluorine derivative of ethylene. So in this way, these are the homopolymer. Now copolymer, they are formed from two or more different type of monomers and have two or more types of repeating units. Again, I have given here some examples. First is styrene, which is obtained from two different monomers, that is ethylene glycol and terephthalic acid. Then nylon 6,6, which is obtained from two different monomers again, that is adipic acid and hexamethylene diamine. Then Buna S, this polymer also obtained from two different monomers, that is styrene and butadiene. Butadiene, which contain two double bonds and containing 4 carbon atoms, that is butadiene. Buna N, this polymer is also obtained from butadiene and acrylonitrile. So in this way, depending upon monomers, polymers are classified as homopolymer and copolymer. Then classification which is based on biodegradability. So here biodegradable, that means property of biodegradability. On non-biodegradability, polymers are further classified as biodegradable polymer and non-biodegradable polymer. So what is biodegradable polymer? These polymers are usually attacked by soil microbes and get degraded to humus. That means these polymers are decomposed by the microorganisms present in the soil. The best examples are PHBV. It is the short form of poly-beta hydroxybutyrate co-beta hydroxyvalerate, that is PHBV, which is very important biodegradable polymer. Now next polymer is dextran, example of biodegradable polymer. Nylon 2, nylon 6 is also biodegradable polymer. Now another category is non-biodegradable polymers. That means these polymers are not decomposed by microorganisms present in the soil, and therefore most synthetic polymers and plastics cannot be degraded by microbes. The best examples which we use PVC pipe for irrigation. PVC means it is the polymer obtained from vinyl chloride, that is polyvinyl chloride. And next is polystyrene and nylon 6,6. So nylon 6,6, it is also non-biodegradable polymer, and these polymers remains in the underground for a long time, that is because they are not biodegradable. So in this way, polymers are classified depending upon different factors. In board exam, they can be given, they can give some examples and question will be asked, classify the following examples of polymer into the different category. Now, after that, here we will study some important polymers. That is, in this category, we are going to study preparation, properties, and uses of some polymers. So, here we will study the rubber, polythene, Teflon, polyacrylonitrile, polyamide, polymers, polyesters, Buna S rubber, neoprene, biodegradable polymers, that is PHBV, nylon 2, nylon 6. So here we are going to study in details, that is preparation, properties and uses of these polymers. So let us study first rubber. Elastomers are popularly known as rubbers. For example, balloons, shoe soles, tires, surgeon's gloves, garden hose are made from elastomeric material or rubber. Natural rubber, it is a high molecular mass linear polymer of isoprene. That means these natural rubbers are obtained from the monomer, that is isoprene. Its molecular mass varies from 130,000 unit to 340,000 unit. That is, number of monomers units varies from 2000 to 5000 units. Now, monomer is isoprene. This is the IUPAC name, that is 2-methyl-1,3-butadiene. So this structure is given here. It is the isoprene structure. Carbon number 1 will be CH2. Then there is one methyl group on carbon number 2 and two double bonds are there. First starts with carbon number 1 and second double bond starts with carbon number 3, and therefore its IUPAC name is 2-methyl-1,3-butadiene. So dear students, in this way we have studied here classification of polymer depending upon different factors. Thank you.